So yes, we in the Miami area, specifically on the UN Drive, area. Town Miami, a place that is known another major hub of drug, and we've been told that folks have started fleeing, and so these are abandoned drugs as a result of folks fleeing. And so here is in the vicinity of the place they call Miami, and these are abandoned drugs. The DEA have already uncovered them, the folks have ran away, and the DEA is working to ensure that substances and evidences are kept in tight. And so we're here in Miami on this Friday of October 2025. And as you can see, please, yes, the DEA is trying to be as precautionary as possible to be able to handle these substances. And so here, can't say whether they are kush or they are grass or opium, but they've been abandoned here in the Miami area while other places are being searched. So the LTA satellite detachment West Point, they're here and they're making the search and seizure. They've got warrant from the West Point Ministerial Code to ensure that they tackle drug and drug related activities here in Miami area, down PHP or UN Drive as you call it. And so we're going to follow all of the major happenings here. So this is what they found, and they've placed them into the evidence bags, evidence boxes, depending on how you call it. And we do not know what other substances are in these jars, but we're here with the LTA. Also, they are the grass seized, all of them in these bottles. We still do not know what is in, what has been wrapped, whether they are kush or they are grass or opium. We're here and we're covering whatever the issues are. And yes, this is Miami. So you see, these are cotton sheets of whether opium or kush. It tells you that these activities are prevalent right in here. All of these sheets bundle so much so that so they were brought from the ceiling. Another batch of opium. I can't say whether the opium, I'm sorry, I can't say whether the kush, but another batch of substances relating to drug have been found right here in the ceiling here on the Miami beach. Yeah, so we here. I mean, let's apologize quickly because the part of Miami that we are seeing more like an underground, and the internet is fluctuating. So please bear with us and remain connected with us. This is where more than, I mean, this has been a huge consignment of. Okay. Yeah, in the yeah. So it is clear that these are marijuana, and so we're going to move to other parts of the area. Again, this is Miami Beach along the PHP UN Drive Belt District number 7, Montserrat County, and we're here with the LDA as they try to help in eradicating drug and drug-related substances throughout Liberia, but Montserrat County being their focus. And so we're following them everywhere they go, as we've always said. Our responsibility is to ensure that the public have a fair share of information, as well as people who are alleged traffickers or smugglers or dealers have a fair share of the government's operations to ensure that people's rights are not trampled on. Yes, we are here at Miami Beach, and from what we have seen, some parcels, a huge amount of parcels have been discovered already. One of them is opium, and the other we cannot say because we do not have the clearance to say. But we're here again with the chief of manpower of the LDA, and we're here on the most talk about Miami Beach, and places have been quarantined already, places have been barricaded, and the LDA is ensuring that people do not leave these places, most especially in the presence of the writ. In the presence of the writ. And so we hear some search is being done already. Thank you, Alfonso Davis, for following. Thank you, Alfonso Davis, for following. Continue to follow and share West Point TV Live. So we're here in the presence of the court officers. We are here in the presence of the court officers. All of the legal documents as it relates to why people's premises must be searched, they've been filed and they are in place. And we have a responsibility to ensure that the public have the best of information. The public is aware about the operations in its generality. The public has to know whether or not the DEA is in the right or in the wrong. But once they have search and seizure warrants, they have got some latitude to be able to do their work. But again, West Point TV is here to create a balance between the public, alleged drug abusers, drug users, drug smugglers, and the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. And so we're going to place our camera wherever is required for us to be able to ensure that the public have the best of information, void of any form of sentiment. And so we are here at Miami Beach on this Friday. And you see the court officers are doing their work and the search continues. So this is the famous Miami Beach, a historical site. Yeah, and you see the LTA is doing their job.
Yeah, you been on the look good moment. Check that.
So the LDA is going as far as every reaching area to ensure that these matters are brought to the public void of any form of sentiment.
This plan a check on the let's check down here. Let's bring the power, sir. Let's focus on the work. Thank
you, Somalia Kamara, for following.
Only for another star.
Was it? Yeah, I like you, of course.
Why people do that with us? Very feeling will help them. Yes, sir.
So yeah, we're in the Miami vicinity, a place that is one of Liberia's all-time resorts, and the LDA is here. The LDA is here in the Miami vicinity, and they're trying to ensure that they bring the best of information regarding drug and drug-related activities throughout Montserrat County. Here, this is Miami Beach, just so you know. This is the famous Miami Beach, and keep following West Point TV. Subscribe to us and ensure that the best of information gets to the rest of the public. This is another portion of Miami Beach, clearly under the search and seizure warrant of the LDA. The LDA is working to ensure that the public gets the best of information. Thanks to the new OIC. We've been called to see something new. So this is a part of Miami. The the officers deal on information. So the only parts of Liberia that you can see people living like this is basically in the areas of drug zones. And so these are places that we are. Like we're saying, thankfully the new leadership of the LTA, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Fitzgerald Biago and his team, O2 Commissar and the rest of the folks that are working to ensure that we minimize, if not eradicate, drug totally throughout Liberia. And so yes, the LTA is here. They've come on a search and seizure warrant. So he's the owner of the place. Nothing to say about him right now, nothing to be said, because the LTA is still searching. Any moment from now, we're going to ensure that will bring you the best of information. Anything that is found, rest assured that Western TV is here to bring. No, let him go. As he stays around, we'll let the public know whatever is being found here. The Western Magisterial Code is here. The satellite stroke West Point detachment of the LTA is here. Mr. Vanny Thomas, one of the leaders of the LTA, is also here, and they're doing their job in showing. Already we've uncovered, I mean, when I say we, West Point TV along with the LTA and the court have uncovered huge amount of drug already. Some parcels of opium, some parcels of kush here in the area, and so we're going to give you a clear line of what I mean in subsequent video, or as an extension of the video. But it's just important for you to note, as the search and seizure continues, we're gonna go. This is Miami Beach. The most talk about Miami Beach, the famous Miami Beach, a place that many people consider to be a resort. So that's the caretaker, or maybe the owner of the place, the caretaker or the owner of the place. She's speaking French, and yeah, with the court sheriff, she seemed not to have a good grip on English, and so she's speaking French, and they're ensuring that everything here that is done will be done within the confines of the law, and both the citizens, alleged perpetrators, and the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency will come out of these kinds of processes with, you know, a kind of friendly mood, wherein when you do not have drug, if no drug is found in your place, you have an opportunity to be able to see members of the LTA and say hi tomorrow. But wherein you are found with drugs, there should be no compromise on these kinds of activities. And so we're going to keep our cameras on all of the activities here at Miami Beach. Like we said initially, some items, some parcels, some stuffs have already been found here at different quadrants of the place, and so we look forward to see what else becomes uncovered. So keep watching West Point TV. Court officers are here. The LTA is working in the confines of the law.
We got anybody from out there, gold ring, 7, money, whatsoever.
So you hear Vanny Thomas, he made a clear proposition to the alleged perpetrator. If you have got any valuables, huge sum of money, gold ring, cell phone, and issues that are not, materials that are not drug related, please display them so our cameras can capture them, so that it doesn't go in the public to say the LTA have confiscated materials that are not drug related, even though they didn't found drugs. So once our camera captures the things you have and you do not have drugs, obviously you will be entitled to receive your things, and the LTO have got nothing to do about them. So that instruction has been given, and we're looking forward to see whether she presents some of those items that are considered personal belongings or personal effects that have got nothing to do with drugs, until drugs is being found here.
Open everything where you can put it up.
No. Whatsoever, I see question.
Put everything up.
No. Put it right here, nobody's taking every.
So the LTE is clear about their instructions. Everything you have got, just put it in a clear view of the camera so that we have a record of everything that you provided to the LTE point of drug. Anything outside you having drug or being caught with drug, you have access to all of your personal belongings. So again, this is West Point TV and we are here at Miami Beach, the famous Miami Beach, one of West Liberia's resorts that have lasted for pretty close or over 20 years now. It has been providing services to public in terms of tourism and entertainment. We're here and the LTE have received tips for which they've gotten search and seizure warrant to ensure that they search these premises and search individuals or businesses that are related here.
Où est ton mari? Il vient. Si tu as l'argent ici ou bien tu as portable ici, il faut mettre ici. On n'a qu'à voir. À part ça, tu n'as rien ici. Rien. On va chercher. Si on voit quelque chose ici, ils vont t'attraper. Si tu n'as rien ici, on ne va pas faire rien ici. C'est ça.
So you see our LTE officers as well as the court officers are versed and versatile in the French language and they've been able to speak to her in a way that she understands the operations of the LTE.
Faut regarder seulement, hein?
Yeah, you can just take the candy bucket on the side small.
Now be looking at all we ourselves bigger.
Il dit que là-bas c'est pour qui? Qui donne? Le monsieur? Rasta? Rasta? Il dit Rasta, c'est Rasta qui donne là-bas.
Yeah, so Murray Ama and all of the folks that are following Alfonso Terry, Somalia Kamara, Terry, Terry Paco, Somalia Kamara, Solomon Colley. Please continue to share. Daniel Fala, Patrick Yanko, thank you so much for following it live. Please continue to share and ensure that a huge amount of our public continue to follow the workings of the LTE. Thank you, my own blood and friend Lee Freeman. You are an associate of West Point, our incoming big man. Thank you for following. Please share the live. Ensure that the workings of West Point TV and the LTE is now held in one small corner, but we can be able to reach as many persons as possible in the country and talk about the workings of the LTE, whether they are in the wrong, whether they are going above their scope. I mean, statutorily, it is our responsibility. It's your responsibility too. So that is the reason why we continue to place our camera in all of these kinds of operations. Thank you, Bas Salomon, for following. Please continue to share our work. And so the lady here who's in charge of the place, she seemed not to be first with English. Ken Kernell from Ganta City, thank you also for following. We appreciate you. Kill Rock, Pakala, thank you also. We're working here with the LTE here at one of Liberia's hottest zone, a place that is considered one of Liberia's all-time entertainment and recreational center, Miami Beach. So as far as we know right now, the LDA have uncovered some parcels. Now we can see whether they are drug or they are opium or they are kush, but over 300 to 400 parcels already uncovered here by the LDA in the presence of the court, the Western Ministerial Court, with warrants to search and seize anything that are considered contraband and anything that are considered illegal here by the LDA. So thank you also for following. Please continue to share our live, continue to give substance to the work we do, and so that it can kill rock bacala. Thank you for following us. Please continue to share and comment. Thank you so much. You guys are the reason why West Point TV continue to thrive. You guys are the reason. Lawrence D. Tutu, my own friend and brother. Thank you also for following. We here with the LDA, the West Point Magisterial Court, and other security apparatuses to ensure that we have a fair, assessment of what the LDA and the court is doing. Oh, Bakala, thank you for pronouncing my name rightly. Yeah, I think I have done a lot of phonics from West Point, and so I try as much as possible to be able to pronounce people's names better. Thank you also for following. K-Rock Bakala. So just so you know, if you're watching West Point TV, there's huge consignment already that have been uncovered here at the Miami Beach area. What you say, sweetheart? You want to talk?
I said you see?
Yes, what you...
I will help you.
Please excuse.
You working, I know.
Yeah, come. What's your name? Fatimata what? Fatimata Sisse. Okay.
A Guinean woman.
Guinea woman.
Yeah.
Okay, what you gotta say? Come close. Okay.
Now wait, because I get there, because now wait you do, you know. Me too. I see they want to the WA. Je suis content parce que vous protégez votre pays, c'est bon.
So you don't sell drugs? You don't sell drugs?
On fait pas ça, je veux faire ça.
Like what we're doing here, she happy on the idea. She don't sell drugs and she happy.
Cela n'empêche pas
We're
que
doing
je
this strong and we're protecting our country. So she happy.
Don't worry, talk it.
Cela ne veut pas dire que je vous félicite. Je vous félicite, c'est pas quelque chose de mauvais. Je suis en train de, peut-être c'est que je suis en train de dire, quelqu'un d'autre qui comprend français va aller voir et va vous traduire bien ce que je dis.
So somebody... What's more? Somebody is going to interpret it. What happens if they find drug here? You understand Liberian law when it comes to drug?
Il dit que ce que le gars est en train de faire comme ça, si on a trouvé quelque chose ici, comment il n'a pas fait?
Je sais qu'il n'y a rien.
Okay, she know that nothing else. She's not having nothing.
Okay, so these are drug enforcement agency officers, and they're doing their job just like you say. All right. So no hard feelings.
So Sharon, I think I've been clear. Nothing is here. Okay.
So I mean, this speaks to the level of commitment. This speaks to the level of impartiality. This speaks to the level of confidence that the LDA is in getting involved with the public. Unlike before, when the LDA comes to a particular entertainment center like this, there will be news that the LDA have ransacked. Even in the absence of seeing drug, there will be news that the LDA have either stole money, confiscated properties in the absence of drug or drug-related activities. But here the LDA have worked with the madam and they have not found anything in her place specifically. Even though there are other parts of Miami Beach that they have already found some stuff, but at this particular juncture, this particular center, the LDA have found nothing as far as this small chaos is concerned. So thank you for following. We're going to every part. So madam, yeah. Let's hear you. Please talk to her. 1 minute, sir. How do you feel about the LDA's operation here?
Le travail qu'on a fait comme ça, tu es content ou bien tu n'es pas content?
c'est ce que j'ai dit en français tout à l'heure. Peut-être parce qu'on ne comprend pas ce que je fais. Mais je suis très content et je suis heureux. Le fait que je suis un époux, c'est pas parce que je suis pas fâchée. Je suis vraiment ravie. Parce que j'ai fait d'autres pays africains. La manière que vous avez fait, vraiment, j'ai aimé.
She's saying that the way
Vous
we,
n'avez pas, non
the way
seulement
we
vous
are
n'avez
doing
pas
it,
volé quelque chose, vous avez juste fouillé et puis vous n'avez
she's
pas
saying that the work that we are doing is transparent. So she like it. She's African as well, and she know that the people doing the real thing. So she happy. The people search the place. Nothing got missing from her area, not at all. So she waiting to work with us any minute, any hour, any second. So she telling us thank you for the hard work that we are doing.
So thank you. What's your name?
Fatoumata
Fatoumata
Cissé.
Cissé.
Okay, I want to say thank you. This is your belonging, your personal belonging. I will tell you the one. Display it.
Take your time. Put it by level.
So now you are
Fatoumata. Put them by let the public see that you got your materials.
Tu as trouvé, faut monter, on a qu'à voir.
Yeah, vous m'avez remis tout. C'est ce que j'ai dit en français. J'ai dit vous m'avez remis tout.
Thank you so much. We're going to other parts of Miami Beach, and we've seen Fatoumata Cissé chaos, and she has got nothing that has to do with drugs. She's cooperated with the LDA, and nothing has been found. And so she basically have thanked the LDA for the level of cooperation.
You clear? Huh? You clear? So when you clear, you want to have this course?
No, impossible.
So when you say you come back live, you continue on the call, but you pause it now.
Impossible.
What you missing?
No, I mean, we talked to Fatoumata Cissé. Her place has been searched and nothing has been found. She cooperated. And so based on your search and seizure, she one person that has been clear. One of the things we talked about was the fact that before this new administration, there were people who hold a view that every time the LDA go to a particular place, if they don't see drug, people will either say their money lost, their material lost. But Fatoumata Cissé has said all her materials are intact and she's ready to work along with the LDA. What do you think?
Yeah, just hold on there. On this new leadership, our director, ORC, Chief Diago, zero tolerance on corruption. No corrupt advocate on the officer. Now go free myself. Okay. So I want to tell anybody that watching from anywhere that we are professional and we will be professional. The only measure I can tell other people, you cooperate with the DA to work together so we can fight judge. Because the first against judge is everybody's business. So tell the woman, thank you again for the cooperation. We will work together. There will be zero tolerance on money, or any other things that will not be ethical. Any unethical behavior, the director takes away. Definitely deal with the project with our code of conduct. So thank you.
Thank you. That was Commander Foley Mulba, and he's clear that the new LDA leadership have got zero tolerance on matters that are not related to drug and health. Initially, LDA officers will confiscate people's properties without, any sign of drug. The new leadership of the LDA is exempting zero tolerance on confiscating or taking people's properties without, getting drug in their areas. And so we're moving to the other side. Thanks to all of you that are following, continue to share our lives. This is the most famous Miami Beach, and that's the EO. Let's talk to the EO a bit. This is the new EO, Madam EO. Welcome to West Point TV.
Thank you.
So, EO, how you feel about your operation here today?
We're trying to feel. What's the communication? We are working in new director we have well. So well. We have seen the community to work along us. They show that this country or just communication for our children. Because some of we have mother.
So, I mean, with what the EO have said, we can keep the camera on. A direct message to everybody: we are all mothers and we must work in line with the new modus operandi of the LDA. So let's work together. The EO is a mother, maybe some of you watching the live, you are fathers, and so there is a small difference between pa and father. We can explain that at some subsequent time. There's also a difference between mother and mom. So look at this place. This is here in Miami Beach. I don't know what I would consider the one upstairs. I mean, you have to, we're claiming the stairs, and these are platforms that are used to harm the young generation of Liberia. So this is a place here on Miami Beach. See these places. There are places that people will normally come and do drugs. There are places that people who have left their parents' home will come and sleep for months or years. Thank you, Honorable Commissioner. The Honorable Commissioner of West Point, Honorable Mark Fassi, Jacinti Dawe, one of the strongest advocates, one of the strongest propagator of the fight against drug, somebody who has spent his meager resources to ensure that the fight against drug will yield fruit. I mean, West Point TV and Honorable Dawe have had a lot of issues. The mere fact that he has a responsibility to govern us as a people, we must be able to bring his workings to the public. But yes, while from all indication, his workings in terms of the positives are way more than his negatives, but it still does not stop us from bringing to the public his workings. And so I want to thank you, Honorable Mark Fassi Jacinti Dawe. Your work speaks volume. The LDA have always said to us that they work with you. We've got numerous of videos where you and the LDA have worked together to ensure that we fight this deadly menace called drug here in District number 7 in West Point by extension. So we think it's a good thing that you always follow all our video. You do not just follow, you present us sometimes with the data we use to be able to ensure that we bring to the public these kinds of operations. So we thank you. We'll continue to look forward to your office for the cordiality that we have, so that we can be able to ensure that West Point and the rest of Liberia have access to these kinds of information. Thank you, Honorable Dawe. Samuka Jimmy, thank you for watching from wherever you are. So as you can see, I'm going down the stairs. This is some of the places in Liberia we can call upstairs. So we're down the stairs and we're going in other parts of the ghetto to ensure that we capture scenes that are related to drug. So yeah, this is Miami Beach. You see the fresh scent of the beach, the breeze. Please continue to remain here on Westwood TV. Continue to share our live videos. Continue to be able to ask questions about the workings of the LTEA. Areas where our cameras have gone and you think the LTEA have gone wrong, please do not hesitate to comment, so that we can be able to keep the LTEA's feet to the fire, so that they can do the right thing for all of us as a people. Again, since I've started covering the LTEA, most especially the satellite division, I think they have had more good things than bad things, except you send me some of the bad things, so that we can be able to keep them in check and ensure that they do them in keeping with law and in keeping with the best standards. You know, thank you. So we'll start the video right here as we continue. We are here at Miami Beach at another part of the place. This is how you call, these are tissue. They're meant for enhancing sexual appetite, but away from the tissue that enhances sexual appetite, these are Marlboro. All of them, their labels cannot even see clearly, but they are illegal cigarettes that are not to be smoked in Liberia. They are not to be transported in Liberia. And so, yes, we're here at another part of Miami Beach. I do not know the exact name of this spot, but this is a spot that is owned by one of your sons. His name is Chief Benny Edwin Cannon. Edwin Cannon has been a very vociferous and focal person in Liberia politics, with times in the reclaiming Liberia's beaches and waterways project. He has made himself a reputation quite across the country. But here we are in his place here on Miami Beach, and what we've seen are not drug in the sense of drug, I mean in quotation drug, but they are Marlboro and cigarettes that are contraband. They are not to be sold in Liberia. They are not to be transported in Liberia. And what's the thing? In sexual enhancement products like the tissue for young men. So if you're watching, the LDA have also uncovered what you will call tissue. See, let me show them to you. These are tissue. The LDA has uncovered them, and so they're going to place them into the evidence boxes. Okay, and so we're following them. What kind of material is that? These are materials, injection from the hospital. Do not know for what reason. Well, we're going to injection. These are other things that are being seen here. Okay, for drip. Yeah. We do not know what kind of drip, what's the essence, but they are here. And then slippers are also being uncovered. Here with the LDA. As they are on camera, it is our responsibility to ensure a huge level of transparency here. Things that are not drug related, to be able to let the public know these things are not drug related, and the public can be able to rest assured that every time the LDA comes to your place, all you have to do is cooperate with them so that you do not end up losing. If you create a sense of panic and suspicion, then the LDA will have to do otherwise. So yes, we're here.
Not going there.
Okay, let's go. So this is another part of the place, and the LDA continues the continue the search. Yeah, let me use this. So if you're watching, this is West Point TV Live. We're bringing information, raw information. With, no attempt for us to be able to polish this information. The LDA is going through the search thoroughly. Anything that is caught on camera becomes a consumption for the public, and you can hold the LDA by our videos, our lives, to ensure that the LDA acts in conformity with the laws, in conformity with the statutory limits. And so we're still here at Miami Beach. The first thing that was uncovered here in Edwin G.V. Cannes area, or Elias Chigbini, was tissue. That's a sexual enhancement product. And then Marlboro, which is a cigarette, but again, those cigarettes are contraband because they are not to be sold here in Liberia. So this amount of work that the LDA is doing, I'm pretty much sure not too many people will have the audacity to be able to keep drugs in the area. And so these are some of the things that we want. We cannot be able to grab or to be able to catch all of the drugs items at a single location. But the most important thing is for us to deter users and deter dealers from getting involved with these activities. So yes, we're going. The cigarettes are out there. The people is here, and all of them. So we're still going. So these are major corners here, and nobody understands why. Nobody is living here. Nobody is living here. What? No more good what? But the LTA continue to act effectively.
Are people ready yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So they say guest house, or they say motel.
Are we in here? Say.
So just so you know, the LTA have got all of these places on warrant to be able to search and seize. Sorry.
But I see you coming, you're locking all the doors and say that somebody play the pop play that.
So yeah,
Sherry, yeah.
we're in the Miami area, Miami Beach. Anything that is found, we will rest assured that we'll bring you the actualities and ensure that there is a balance in our reportage from the public and as well as the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. As we've already done more than one places without anything being uncovered in relation to drug, we still here at other areas, don't know what has happened. Okay, somebody weak. But again, the LD have got search and seizure warrant for this place, and so they have the proclivity to be able to turn this place upside down until there is no semblance of drug or drug activities related here. And so the EO herself is here ensuring that the work is done in full glare of the media, and as well as in terms of keeping the laws of the republic intact.
No, who can I won't feel this up.
Yeah, so for those of you who continue to follow Westman TV, these are the extent to which our security people go to ensure that we get to relieve our country, and our city out of this menace that is called drug. And so all of us have got a responsibility to support them. We do not hold the position that the LTA and other security apparatus is 100% in terms of the discharge of the duty. What we do is to have an analysis or to be able to assess the level of work they've done, the manner and form in which they want to do good, how we have engaged together, and what they've been able to show in terms of the fight against drug. And we have come to the conclusion that these are people who are working seriously hard, which are doing so great to ensure that we relieve the country out of the drug. And so in this room, we have not found drug, but we have found the different plastic, the different cotton papers where they can do these kinds of cutting for drug. So we still don't know yet, as far as we are concerned as Westman TV, but we're seeing these cotton papers, we're seeing these cotton plastics that normally we found in other drug and drug related areas. We're seeing the size of wrist lap papers where people will use to cut, but still we are not seeing any sign of drug, except that we have seen these kinds of papers that can point to the fact that people have been doing something that are connected with drug here. Still, we have got to be emphatic about we say no drug here as far as we are here now, but there are papers. There are papers that resembles the things that people do in drug places. And so yes, somebody say, precious robbers, guys, please wear gloves for your own protection. I think the LT is going to, they normally follow that. The leadership of the LT follow our live video, and so they're going to take into
We'll do that.
they're going to work in ensuring that they've got those things. There have been drug in gloves. Okay. There have been drug in gloves. Sorry, in previous operations we provided drug gloves, but today I think the gloves have finished. And citizens who are, citizens with the heart, citizens already, the challenges of the LDA in terms of materials and resources. Gloves are one of the issues that affect them, so you can donate a box of gloves, because this is something we've done before with our friend George Weber Johnson, and so we think that you can continue to do it to help the LDA. Okay, Pakala is stressing the same issue of gloves. Sorry. Yes, Pakala, the LDE have already acknowledged that, and is still looking forward to see in the midst of the limited resources and budgetary allocations as to how the public can be able to assess their work, know their hearts for the work, and be able to also help them. And so it is not your responsibility, but as a good citizen, I mean, it makes more sense for you to also help and aid in the fight against drug by providing gloves, by providing other materials that are required for the LTA to do their work, void of impartiality and void of any form. Yeah, you can put the light on. So no light is in this room. But yeah, this is Miami Beach. So I think the essence of these kinds of operation, they necessarily not about just finding drug. I think one is about discouraging drug users. Two is about ensuring that young people or people who are involved with the activities know that the LDA is working, and the LDA is prepared to go at any length to be able to ensure that we reduce the amount of drug content in this country, or annihilate or obliterate drug throughout Liberia. And so these are some of the things that they are doing. So even if drugs are now found, but you see the level of work that they've done, unlike people who have consistently said the LTA can go to people places and plant drug, the LTA can go and take people money. We have consistently shown you videos of the LTA calling people for their money, the LTA clearing people who houses or homes have got no drugs, even despite the fact that they've got search and seizure warrant to search. Any attempt for them not to see drug, they clear those places. It tells you the kind of confidence that this new LDA, under the leadership of Honorable Fitzgerald Biago and his team, nursing. And so it is the responsibility of the public to help us to ensure that their work is done void of politics, their works are being done of sentiments, and they're gonna, for us as West Point TV, we'll try as much as possible to bring you every bit and piece of the conversation. So just keep tuned to West Point TV. Every time you see a West Point TV video, most especially in regards to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, just share the video so that many people, there are places that we will slip in, you can be able to remind us, but we also clearly will want to keep our premium focus on the workers of the LDA to ensure that the public trust and confidence is restored in our security apparatuses. So here we are in Miami area. Don't mind it, the light ain't so bright, but as soon as anything that resembles drug shows, we're gonna bring you clearly what has been said, because we're not going to compromise anything that appears to be even the LDA wanting to compromise. So yes, you see, every time these opportunities avail themselves, the LDA is coming clean. And so we're here.
My radio off.
So as you can see, for everywhere you're watching, the camera is clear on what the LDA is doing. We will not be held responsible to say, we're not even going to baffle the conversation to say that the LDA has done anything outside of their scope of operation. As a matter of fact, the LDA is doing great to ensure that we be able to bring to bed all of their workings. You know, this is not a right, it is a privilege granted unto us as a media platform to bring to you the workings of the LDA. And so it tells you the level of openness the LDA is involved with, and we're here. Thank you, Lasana Conte. Thank you, King Rock, Bakala. Please put the light on. So another telephone has been seen, and the LDA have given it to the person in charge. As you can see there, our camera is squarely placed in the bags that is being searched. This should serve as a deterrent for people that are selling drugs anywhere around this place. So that they know that when the LTA comes, the LTA is going to be very robust. And for us, we have committed our life and our work, our passion to this fight. We will work with the LDA, most especially the new team of leadership that is continuously creating an avenue for us to get the public abreast with all of the happenings. As you can see, nobody going to say the LDA plays something in their house or anything. Everything the LDA does, we provide you the information live. And so anything that you see, just know that it's legit and authentic. And that is the mission we have here. Nobody will tell us, people who follow us, you have seen consistently us presenting a camera to ensure that anything that is here is shown to the clear view of the camera. Thank you, Lasana Konate, for following. Please continue to share the live of West Point TV as we move along with the LG.
No, man. I don't know nothing what you got to so bring Bobby to my brother. And so hopefully the shop when come back. That's what the video So
this is 20 guinea.
These are the only not black. Again, we gotta repeat. These are cigarettes. Even though there are laws against public smoking, these are cigarettes. 5 guineas.
These are illegal cigarettes, not to be sold in Liberia.
These are illegal cigarettes, not to be sold in Liberia. There are some people who want to see cocaine being taken away. Every time, once we can see these guys are smaller ones, we'll go to cocaine gradually. And so the LTA is not going to take side with anything that resembles contraband. And so, yes. Still on the search, here in Miami Beach, at one of the places that is being controlled by my own friend and brother, Edwin G.V. Kane. He goes by the alias Chigbene. Chigbene is one of the most vociferous young person throughout the country. He has been one of the leaders of the Reclaiming Liberia's Beaches and Waterways program. Their history that he has also taken the LDA to court before. And so it's going to be a whole new ball game should there be anything found in his place. But as far as we know, only contraband like cigarettes have been found.
This place is motel.
Yeah, I think the place seemed like. Oh, okay, the caretaker. Okay. So you see.
So the whole side now motel.
Yeah, la popli.
And a motel.
I use a motel. I do believe in motel.
It used to be, but I'm motel again.
It have been changed.
Okay, so when you listen to the conversation, you see the level of transparency between the civilians and the LDA to the extent where everybody can have the right to be able to express themselves. The caretaker of the place have adhered consistently that this place is not motel anymore. The LDA believe that it is still a motel, but he has been able to convince the LDA that this is no more a motel, except that the only thing that has happened is that contrabands have been found, cigarettes. Let's see, something is being opened here. We don't know. Okay. So the place is clear. The place is clear and the LDA is going out. No. No. Nothing in these boxes. These are cigars. Being just a media person, I do not know whether, to what extent these issues are harmful, but these are cigar, vent guinea, contraband cigarettes that we do not know to what extent they impact the society anytime soon. Huh? Yeah. So yeah, they've just discovered push on marijuana. Open, let's see.
Open it. Close it.
Now check on the camera. No, tell them marijuana.
Wait a minute. That push, not marijuana.
No,
okay. So this is marijuana found here in the same place. Marijuana found here in the same place we were just living. The place belonging to Edwin J.V. Chief Bini, though in a very small quantity, but yes, marijuana they've been found here, and the LDA is taking charge already. They close the place. Yes, yeah, so we're gonna bring you this commentary as long as we have Chompy Bracewell. Charles will say the man will not sleep, that child will not sleep. I think you're making reference to the fact that drug dealer. I think you're making reference to the fact that drug dealers say the man will not sleep. If the child says the man will not sleep, that child will not sleep. So yes, I think our responsibility is what we have done. And so we've seen the marijuana, though in small quantity, West quantity can attest to the quantity, a small quantity of marijuana, we have to repeat, small quantity of marijuana, yes, but it is marijuana, and we're here with the LDA. We're going to place premium on them. We're going to place our camera on them to ensure that the public know that, yeah, their information about what is being done here. So, here are cigar papers or cigar crutches or packs.
What's it? Oh, just share it.
We'll go there. We'll look for it.
You can ask him whether he has key.
You get key for the place?
Yeah, leave it there.
Yeah.
So do you want to leave the place?
Yeah, that did a play. Why you need picture? You're going to make a call.
Yeah, go to the tea. Oh, get him over. Now, yeah.
Come close.
Open it, sir.
So I think you
Don't bring so let you open it. Let it
That's the force of the LDA.
Hold on, cameraman.
Cameraman, please come here.
Where are you?
That's no queen.
Yeah, so step by step. This is another part of this place. Since marijuana was found in the other area, it has rejuvenated the workers of the LTA to want to search in every nook and cranny. Okay. Step by step. So we're gonna keep our cameras on. Anything that has been caught will be caught in a clear view of the camera, and we try to be as much as impartial as possible to ensure that the rights of citizens are protected. The LDA do not step above their bounds, and also that citizens do not in any way try to bring a form of humiliation to the LTA. And so, yeah, this is West Point TV.
Great, I got you. All right, now order waiting for.
Yeah, so
Hello. Combien de
yeah, so if you don't hear us talking, it means we're following the process and trying to ensure that everybody have a fair share of what is being done here. So there are many rooms here, and we go to the other rooms.
I want to wait,
Where's the next place?
Yeah.
Okay. And so don't be told, because the LDA is acting on search and seizure warrant, and so in the absence of the people who are here, they have got the responsibility, the legal authority to be able to execute that work.
I need light in the room now. I need light.
How did you?
Yeah, we haven't put it down.
One ball. Nope. No, I need for help me one ball. Wait, step by step, wait.
Okay, help him. What pop? Pop.
That small bulb where you put the switch on.
Wait. Wait now. Give me chance.
Wait.
You get what you want?
I can use my leg.
You want to leg?
Yeah, I want leg.
You want to get leg? Put a leg to the chin. The minimum any see.
The place is dark. Any light?
Yeah, we need light. Give me a light.
We need light. Yeah, thank you for ensuring transparency and accountability to our public. Yeah, we're still in the PHP area. Can somebody please give this guy a phone? He wants to call his boss.
I'll get two more. Come,
Yeah, you must be careful. Be very careful. Tell him to be careful.
Oh, I feel the brain is you.
Yeah, I'm not sure putting on for.
I believe I'm not calling boss man. Oh yes, we'll check out the village you call boss man.
You know that Sabi carries into the coat. So, by free now, thank God you are you.
So we stay here in the area of Edwin GV Kanechi Benne, specifically in the Miami area. We stay here and the LDA is enforcing their search and seizure warrant to every part of this place to ensure that they raid this place of drug activities.
No marching, say no drug, say no drug. You know, say
Make it know that you are free.
Put it in there.
Where? Up here? Nobody check up there.
Check all up there.
That in the rooms they check.
No, I check all up there.
You check up? No, yeah.
All the ceiling.
You check in the ceiling?
All down there.
Yeah, I can say you check there.
All in that ceiling and all there. Beautiful. Bravo.
So far. Yeah, Melvin Ramos, thank you for following block.
Tell me don't find drugs.
What
What they say? Tell the men I will find my Joanna here.
In the plate here. I don't know.
Give me the phone. Hello. Hello. How you doing? Yeah, speaking of Special Agent Jesse S. Montgomery, Chief of Operations Sergeant Murray, LDA. Yeah, we came to your place, we found my Joanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I'm not talking what you said, but we found it where your business place is. Your business place is. And your brother taking care of the business will be apprehended for further investigation. So if you know you are not guilty, you can please turn yourself over to LDA Central Memorial. No, this is not an issue of arresting the president. We came with legal instrument from the Magistrate Court of West Point. Okay, now listen for clarity. Okay, no problem. You can provide the evidence that we placed drugs on your brother. Take all he's not underage. He was present, his face was not tired. We did not chastise him. We did not restrain him to say, oh my man, we lie on you. He was standing waiting there, his eyes open, doing video recording by himself. And the search was done transparency. True transparency. Okay? So we just decided to put you to know as an older brother of business. You to know. You can come to our health office on Broad Street, on the Crown Hill, or Europe Bank. For any information, you can come there. Come there to the office. Anything we discuss it, just to put you in the know. All right, thank you. Do have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Off the call.
So you listen to a conversation between the OPS of Central Monrovia Detachment, Honorable Chair C. Montgomery of the LDA, and Brother Edwin G.V. Carnell, who is said to be on the other side of the phone, alias Chief Winnie, having a conversation. Well, yes, we can attest that marijuana, a smaller quantity was found here, and the LDA is taking him along. And so, this is the extent to which they have searched this place. Let's go, let's go. I'm here, sweetheart. What told me? You? Huh? You not told me?
No, I'm asking for you to come.
Okay,